Chasing after you.
Kathy lives most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. The Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! Lost and cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of
Should I try to stay between your chairs? So it'll be, you just actually slide the mouse down. All right, last song. Daniel Boone. Okay. Daniel Boone. Okay. Absolutely.
So walk down memory lane.
You know, I'm glad you said that because when we were talking yesterday, Julia, she's somewhere else.
She's looking at Daniel Boone.
She's got those dreamy eyes.
Yeah, Fess Parker.
Okay, so yeah, just wheel down, wheel up to move.
Okay, and I can just do it anywhere. Yeah.
And yep, and then try to stay between. Okay, so give me 15 seconds to make sure everything's good. We're good here.
Should I, Kathy knows.
Kathy knows you.
I mean, what about the little arrow there?
Slide it over. Slide on your pants to move it to the side.
Okay.
Okay, so.
I've been telling myself this whole time, then I finally did it, and I felt so good, I'm like, why did I
Okay.
10 seconds.
It's all heck outside.
I know, I was gonna walk away. If I stepped out on our deck and I said, I'm not walking with
I thought I was gonna get blown out.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Didn't like that. Good morning, you guys. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Lesli Wong, and Julia just found out my last name today, so that's good. This is a picture of my mom and I. She is the inspiration for what I do today. Her name is Elaine, and she's amazing. Okay, so anyway, I am a mom of two, and I have a daughter, Elena, who's 27, and a son, Adam, who's 24. And I had a nice career in property management until God put this on me to develop a product that enables people to safely use a toilet away from home. And so today, I'm an inventor and manufacturer of a rollator. And I was my mom's full-time caregiver for the last 4 years of her life. Oh, okay. And that was a very, very special time for both my mom and I. And I think all of you can appreciate that as well. So, oops, I went the wrong way. So, fall prevention is key to the aging process. I mean, we need to make sure that people are living as safely as possible, whether it be in the home or outside of the home. There are 54 million adults today over 65 just in the US, and 1 in 3 of these fall each year. And as you can see, approximately 60% are emergency related visits, and 80% of these falls occur in the bathroom. It's the most dangerous room in the house. And the reasons for the falls, I mean, they could be, you know, as you can see here, I mean, there's physical weakness, gait changes, things like that, lack of physical exercise, memory impairment, But for the caregiver, it is fatigue, first and foremost. I mean, you're exhausted and so I'm not even talking about the fall prevention for the person with the cognitive impairment. It's about the caregiver. It's really taking care of the caregiver. And you just need to remove clutter. You cannot have things in the way. But really, it's fatigue and making sure you're aware of your surroundings. It's wrong direction again. Okay. So as Kathy knows very well, with her father recently falling in the restroom, I mean, it could be result in a hip fracture, which is the most common problem that occurs after a fall. Surgery, immobility. But again, another issue that we all have to take into consideration is if someone falls in the restroom or any room in the house, actually, that could change any aspect of that person's life or the caregiver's life, the family member's life, because it could end up that they're going to need to change their living environment. And there's a financial impact that comes with that, and many other things, as you know. So, I mean, having your loved one have to move to an assisted living or other living environment could be detrimental, so for everyone concerned. So we have here, when we have babies, childproof our homes, right? We kind of need to do that as we get older too. You need to make sure that you just lost my train of thought there. So, you can go to home improvement stores and find items that will work, whether it be grab bars, could be a lift, a threshold protector, or transition to make that walk through the doorway safer. You can roll your rollator over that and a wheelchair. And and there are contractors that also can help you modify your home to make it work for you, whether it be restroom, again, kitchens, hallways, such. And pathways need to be cleared of leaves, snow, and ice. And I just had my first winter in Texas, and I know that ice is a big problem on the walkways. So getting to the car can be kind of a dangerous thing. You need to make sure that the stone or concrete is in good condition on the entrance to the home. And again, good lighting, that's just key in any room or exterior of the home. I'm gonna go the wrong way here. Yep, there we go. Okay, so in the kitchen, there are oftentimes spills that cause grease on the floor and all, and that could just really be a problem, creating falls. And maybe you should use a chair to help you with food prep. Make sure that the floors and the counters are clean so that there's no spilling, and do not reach for something that's too far away because that can throw off balance. And beware of pets. You have a little dog. I actually had a husky now, but we had two large dogs, and they prefer to be right behind me, and so turning around oftentimes was very dangerous because Murdoch especially wanted to be right at my feet, and it oftentimes threw me, like I was thinking I was going down, and I used to tell my daughter, if I go down, who takes care of my mom? Who takes care of you? Who takes care of the dog? So it's really important to make sure that the dogs are out of the way or any other animal, and that you have clear access to whatever you're doing. And I
Just one quick comment. I had a caregiver. One of the people that I interviewed had been working for a lady who put one of those large containers of liquid Tide from Costco up on the shelf above the washing machine. And when she tried to get it down, it fell on her shoulder. Now, this was a competent, capable caregiver being professionally paid by an agency. It fell on her shoulder, and she literally lost complete use of her right arm.
oh my God.
It did damage to her to her cervical spine
Wow.
at that level at C4, C5, and it fell on her. I mean, so it takes time to go get that step stool. It's irritating to go get that step stool, but
Absolutely.
you got to think about our loved ones can't live at home if we aren't there to do this.
Mhm.
So go buy an extra step stool and put it, put a couple of them
Exactly
around.
right, exactly right. Because we tend to just, oh, I can get that.
Oh, I'll just
And
get
you
it.
can't.
I'm not taking this much time to go all the way over there. It's 20 feet to get that step stool.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right. Okay, am I gonna do this the right direction? Nope. We're gonna get it together. Maneuver in the kitchen, we talked about that. And bathroom safety at home. All areas of the home should have really clear, good lighting. You just, get the brighter bulbs if you need to, whatever, but just make sure that the areas are all well lit. Clutter, remove it. You don't need that stuff lying around. Handheld shower heads, of course, readily available. You probably already have them in your homes, but if you don't, go get them. Grab bars near the toilet and shower. Not anything new. You guys all know this, and this stuff is very, very much accessible. So it's just a reminder. Nothing I'm saying right now is going to be a shock to you, but it's just a reminder, and we all need to be reminded at times because
and
we're too busy.
the clutter stuff comes from mail that we don't want to get rid of. Some people don't want to get rid of something that we might need again. It might be from 2017, we might still need
She's
it.
speaking of someone.
It's gone now.
From experience, we know this stuff.
From personal
We just may
experience.
need
So the cute little brother that shows up, once every 6 weeks for 3 hours, goes tromping into what they consider to be their den and falls flat on his butt over her mail that she had strewn. She had it in piles. It was all organized in 2017, 2018, 2000, everywhere. He literally stepped on it and went. I laughed later, but anyway, he wasn't injured. But the point is,
It doesn't need to be on the floor. And you
Mr.
probably-
Know-it-all,
if you have to
that
do it by
thinks he's in
years,
charge, is falling on the
that's
floor.
awful.
Needless to say, the ones that can't stay on their feet in here. So we're just as vulnerable to fall. Probably more so because we aren't paying attention. We're
Exactly.
exhausted and we're not thinking about
Well,
where.
we're thinking different things at a time. Where someone that, maybe is using a walker or slow walker and
They're much
just-
less
they're-
liable.
They're paying attention to what they're doing. We're not.
We're the
Yeah.
ones at risk, yeah, for sure.
So definitely, this again it's really a reminder for the caregiver. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you've all seen all of these items that are available. We've got in the shower, you can install your grab bars, your shower stool. We've got the toilet safety frame over the toilet. That is really important, and it's interesting because I lived with my mom, like I said, the last 4 years, but she had a commode over her toilet for years and years because of her muscle wasting disease. She needed that extra height and support next to her body for sitting and lifting. And gosh, she get kind of used to that, I mean, it's kind of comfy. There's like less strain on your body when you're using the toilet and all. Not to talk toilet talk, but that's my favorite subject these days. And so, but, I moved into my new house in Texas, and my toilet, I love tape measure. So I used to use a tape measure, but it's kind of gross to use a tape measure in the bathroom. So I now use my cap. So the toilet in my bathroom is 12 inches off the ground. That's really low. And you can add some heels on and such. So I said to my daughter, she moved to Texas with me, I think we need a commode seat over the toilet. She goes, oh, Mom. I'm like, you're not kidding. It makes it a lot more comfortable, and I am aging, so.
The other option that we're looking at right now, because we have a toilet in the stupid middle room like that, is a fold down from the wall.
Yes,
It lifts up, it falls down,
exactly.
it gets out of the way.
I have designs for that too,
Okay,
for
well,
public restrooms.
so there's one of them up on 10, the fold down arm thing.
Yeah.
Jim knows where it is. They're a little bit more difficult to find in a home setting, but it's doable. And I love the fact that it gets out of the way, in a small space.
You mean it's a raised seat?
No, it literally is a raised arm. It literally attaches to the wall and then folds down for use.
Kind of like in
I'll show
the,
you that. I'm gonna
Flips
get a
back
picture.
up for when we're finished using it.
kind of like in the handicap restrooms.
But there's
down
not
the
one
hall.
down here. In the other
No,
ships,
that's the only one.
Oh.
in the other ships, all the bathrooms have them. The
Yes,
only,
because I'm sitting on some of them, because I'm showing the distance from
the
them
only,
to the distance of the free to go roller.
correct, which is a foot away from the toilet seat, which is also a whole other
Right.
conversation. But there is one here,
I'll
on
be
10.
back. I think we'll do it.
Okay.
People are gonna think he's weird, you know.
I
Oh,
know,
no,
I do it all the
no,
time.
Are you serious? We have photographed every bathroom and all these
Yes.
shits on
We
this
do.
entire fleet. And when there wasn't an accessible shower in the spa yesterday that I decided I needed, the spa manager came, so there's one in there, Kathy, like, well, then would you please kindly show me where? And she got in and she says, well, it's not on this ship, but I said, I can see that this ship doesn't have one, it's supposed to be right there. And so we have access to another room now because they don't have a accessible shower in the spa. But they're all a little bit different. And so as soon as we assume, and we literally had this conversation, the three of us, before we came, oh, there's one in the spa, we'll be fine. Yeah, as soon as you assume that they're all the same, they're not.
They're not. Yep. Okay, so again, grab bars in the shower. Even when you're traveling, there are some that are removable, portable. Not always the best, but if you need something, for portability, there are things available. But for your home, it should always be attached properly. Oftentimes if you can't do it, have a contractor come in and retrofit your bathroom. Okay, did I go the right way? Okay. So, oops, there we go. So in closing, just really be aware of your surroundings and the potential hazards. Kitchens are dangerous, bathrooms are dangerous, and the entrances to the home, just critical. So there are a lot of online resources available, and you can Google anything now. And any thought that comes to your head, just Google it, and you will find the resources that you need. And we just hope to see, we want you to be safe. We want you to join more of our cruises. And I would love to talk with you about the Free to Go Roll later because it's near and dear to my heart, of course. So that's me. And there we go. Thank you. And we've got, did you get these out? Oh, okay. So we've got some at-home fall prevention checklists. And I just have one testimonial, but some other phenomenal ones on my website. But this is actually kind of cute because a gentleman that bought the Free to Go Rollator you were reading it earlier today. He actually bought a Free to Go Rollator and is sailing around the Caribbean on his catamaran, and he cannot take one step without his Free to Go Rollator. And I just have to keep sending him parts because they get a little salty. From salt there. So, but anyways, it's a really cute testimonial, and it just. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So free to go is a kind of a play on words.
I'll tell you about that.
That's perfect.
There's a whole lot to that.
Okay. I have one of those. At least I saw one. Unless, where's her contact information? Is it on that?
It is on.
Okay, let's get this one.
Do we have the trifolds too?
Okay.
I've got so much.
Well,
And I do put some stuff in the
In your blue folders. When you're thinking about the bathroom, please also give some serious thoughts to the kitchen. That's number 2 space of problems that happen, because that's the 2 places that we frequent when you're moving around. When I used to manage a multi-level senior living facility, they all fell down in the bathroom and the kitchen. There's a couple reasons. Number 1, we go in there. Number 2, the floor can be slippery, but there's also a change in the surface. When you walk into a bathroom, the surface that you're walking on is going to change, and almost always into a kitchen also. And that surface change frequently is the culprit of falling down.
what is
The surface change, the transition between hardwood and tile, or